Okay, so all of you, a very good morning to one and all. Yesterday, we have started a new topic that is basic operations which are to be performed on signals. Okay, and already we have started one operation that is time shifting operation. Most of the times, if you see the name, obviously it will give you the clear meaning of that particular concept. Time shifting. What do you mean by time shifting? The time has been shifted to a new value. Okay, so this is the first operation that is performed on the signal. Already we have seen that one. Okay, now we are going to see the remaining operations of the signals. Now I'm going to share my screen. Please look at this. Okay, now please all of you, anyone respond please. Is my screen is visible to you? Is my screen is
Yes,
visible to you?
sir.
Okay, now let us start the next operation, that is time reversal. See, just now I told you that by seeing the title, we can get some information regarding that particular concept. So in the earlier case, we have seen the time shifting operation. That means, wait a moment. See, please, all of you try to admit or try to join the class at least by 10:05. Okay, so time reversal. The next type of operation is time reversal. Time reversal of a signal x of t can be obtained by folding the signal about t is equal to 0 and which is denoted by x of minus t. Okay, so time reversal, that means time has been reversed. So till now we have seen only the time shifting operation. That means the actual time is shifted by some units to or it is advanced or delayed, whatever it may be. We don't bother about the advancement or delay, but the time has been shifted to a new value. But in this particular case of operation, time reversal, the signal x of t is folded about t is equal to 0. That is, now see here, students, is my voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see
Yes,
here.
sir.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Please mute your mics. See, this is the basic signal x of t. Or here he has mentioned that x1 of t. That signal representation or the waveform shape is like this. It is looking like a triangular. It is looking like a triangular signal. Okay, which is defined from 0 to 3. Which is defined from 0 to 3. Now the value is already given here. So at t is equal to 2, the maximum amplitude of x1 of t is equal to 1. Now you are asked to apply time reversal operation on this basic signal x1 of t. Now if you convert this x1 of t or by applying time reversal property or by applying time reversal operation on this x1 of t, now you will get x1 of minus t. So please all of you see the clear difference between x1 of t and x1 of minus t. So it is the mirror image of x1 of t. Okay, mirror image of x1 of t. The technical word is x of t can be obtained by folding the signal about t is equal to 0 and which is denoted by x of minus t. Okay, so there is nothing difficulty to understand this time reversal operation. Just we are going to interchange the sign. If you are having negative, obviously you need to convert that into positive. If you are having positive values of time, you need to convert that. You need to convert that in terms of negatives. That means plus becomes minus, plus becomes minus. In the case of time reversal operation, see here I am stressing on this time reversal operation. Okay, plus becomes minus and minus becomes plus. if you are considering time reversal operation, and the delay becomes advancement and advancement becomes delay. Okay, so these two are also very, very important. Delay or advancement. advancement advancement Okay, whatever it may be, delay or advancement, both are same. But when we consider time reversal operation, the delay becomes advancement and advancement becomes delay. Okay, let me clarify the doubts regarding this particular operation. Now see here, you are asked to represent x1 of minus t plus 2, x1 of minus t plus 2, and you are also asked to sketch x1 of minus t minus 2. Okay, these two are the signals you are asked to sketch. Okay, you have been given x1 of t, and you are asked to sketch x1 of minus t plus 2 and x1 of minus t minus 2. That means x1 of minus t signal is advanced by 2 units. So here minus 3 to 0 will be advanced by 2 units, means now the signal will starts from minus 1 to and ends at 2. Suppose if the delay means, obviously you need to add or you need to delay this signal by 2 units. That means the starting point is minus 5 and the ending point is minus 2. Okay, so indirectly I'm going to say that you please add this minus 3 plus 2. Obviously you'll get minus 1. Now this becomes minus 2 plus 3. Minus 2 minus t plus 2 is equal to minus 3. You will get minus 1. So similarly, minus t plus 2 is equal to 0. That means you will get 2. Similarly, minus t minus 2 is equal to minus 3, and minus t minus 2 is equal to 0. That means obviously you will get minus 5 and minus 2. Okay. Now I'm going to solve one more example. Okay, which belongs to the same time reversal operation. Okay. For that I am going to share my whiteboard. You please listen. You please see here. Now please, all of you, look at this. Is my whiteboard is visible to you? Is my whiteboard is visible to you? Any one of you please respond.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see here. So time reversal operation. So time. See, I am going to explain by considering a small example of time reversal operation. Time reversal. Now see here. Suppose now see here. This is one more example. One more example. Now this is x of t. This is x of t. Now on x-axis I am considering time t. So the starting point is 0, ending point is d. Ending point is 2. Now you are asked to sketch. You are asked to sketch minus t plus 2. Minus t plus 2. This is first one, and the second one is you are asked to sketch minus t minus 2. Now please try to understand the concept clearly. Okay, only for your reference or only for your sake I am going to take one more example. Okay, which belongs to the time reversal operation. Now here the basic signal has been given, x of t. You have been given x of t, which is a signal which is defined from 0 to 2, but you are asked to sketch x of minus t plus 2 and x of minus t minus 2. So to sketch these two signals, first of all you must have information regarding x of minus t. Okay, x of minus t. Now see here, this This is x of minus t. I am going to represent x of minus t here. Now, just now I told you that x of minus t is just nothing but the mirror image of the original signal, x of t. Now see here, you just see here. Now this is x of minus t is this one. So this is equal to 0 and this is minus 2. Now please see here, this is the original signal and this is the obtained signal x of minus t. So this x of minus t is exactly the mirror image of x of t. The mirror image of x of t. Okay, is it clear? Students, is it clear? Do you understand how I am getting x of minus t from x of t? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Students, is my voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we are getting x of minus t from x of t? Just
Yes, sir.
the mirror image of the original signal x of t. Mirror image, just we are representing only the mirror image. Okay. Now, I am going to sketch x of minus t plus 2 and I am also going to sketch minus t minus 2 here. Okay. Now, please look at this one. Now here I'm going to represent, first one is x of minus t plus 2 here. Minus t plus 2. That means x of minus t signal is advanced by 2 units. Advanced by 2 units. That means if we add minus 2 to plus 2, you will get this one. Now see here, if you delay or if you advance this signal with 1, obviously that signal is advanced by 1 unit, means minus 1 to plus 1. If you advance the same signal with 1 more unit, means obviously your signal is like this. Like this. Just wait a moment. Okay, students, is my voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let us continue. X of minus t plus 2. Now, if you advance this plus t plus 2 means obviously you need to advance x of minus t by 2 units. Obviously, this is the signal you are going to get. Okay, if you delay the same signal x of minus t by 2 units means obviously, now see here, x of minus t minus 2. Now see here, so again you are going to get the same. See, every time the shape of the waveform does not alter or does not changes, but the only change is in time. So that is why the name gives you time reversal. That means the shape and the magnitude of the waveform does not change. The only change is in time. So here, if you delay the same signal x of minus minus t by 2 units means obviously, so this is the obtained signal. So for obtaining or for sketching these two signals, you must have the information regarding x of t. So from x of t only, you are going to get x of minus 2 plus. So to have these x of minus 2 plus t and minus t minus 2, you must have the information regarding x of t. Okay, please, I will give you one more example to how do you get x of minus t plus 2. This is quite complicated, but I'm going to tell you the easy method also to sketch those two signals. Okay, now please see here. This is one method of obtaining. Just you must add minus 2 minus, so the time to this minus 2 and 0 to obtain minus t plus 2 and minus t minus 2. Okay, now I'm going to use one more easiest method for you people, to obtain those two representations, x of minus t plus 2 and x of minus t minus 2. Now see here. Now see here. So in that particular case, it is also not necessary to have x of minus t. Now please see here. Now please see here. Similarly, let us see the same case. Let us see the same case of the time reversal operation. So the given signal is x of t. The information has been given to you. X of t is equal to, which is defined from 0 to 2, and this amplitude is also given. Okay, if you want, you can take the amplitude also. Okay, and you are asked to sketch x of minus t plus 2 and x of minus t minus 2. So for to have these representations, now please just carefully watch what I am going to consider. I'm sorry, I'm unable to draw neatly, but you please try to understand. This is normal, simple whiteboard like a paint. Okay. So now, first of all, I am applying time shifting operation on the signal x of, now please see here, x of t plus 2. This is the time shifting operation. That means x of t is advanced by 2 units. Is advanced by 2 units. Right? Is it clear? Which is advanced by 2 units. That means, so this is 0 and this is 1 and this is 2. Okay. And similarly, this is minus 1 and this is minus 2. Okay. Now t plus 2. T plus 2 means x of t signal is advanced by 2 units. Suppose if we advance this signal x of t by 1 unit, means obviously your signal starts at minus 1, ends at 1. And if your signal is advanced by 1 more unit, means obviously you are going to get this type of waveform. Students, is it clear? Please respond. Is it clear? X of t plus 2. So in the earlier case, just I have represented x of minus t, and I have, first of all, I have taken x of minus t, which can be obtained from x of t. Later I have added plus 2 and minus 2 points to the times. Okay, but in this case, this is completely different. Okay, this is completely different. First of all, I am considering x of t signal, and I am going to apply time shifting operation on this particular signal. Okay, so x of t plus 2 means which is advanced by 2 units, Now please see here. Now I am going to apply time reversal property on this particular signal x of t plus 2. Now what we are going to get if we apply time reversal property on this particular signal x of t? Time reversal means plus t will be replaced with minus t. That is the only difference between x of t plus 2 and x of minus t plus 2. Now, time reversal, I am going to apply time reversal property on this particular signal. That means we are going to replace plus t with the minus t. That means you are going to replace all minus values of time with the positive values of time. That means minus 2 becomes plus 2, minus 1 becomes plus 1, 0 becomes 0. Now see here. Now see here. Now see here. Now this is one more way to obtain x of minus t plus 2. Students, please respond. Any one of you, please respond. Do you understand what I am saying? Do you understand how we are going to get x of minus t plus 2 from x of t plus 2? If anyone is having any doubt, you please raise your doubts also. Students. Hello? Is my voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any one of you please respond. Do you understand how we are going to get x of minus t plus 2 from x of t plus 2?
Yes, sir.
Anyone is having any doubts regarding this? Shall I go to the representation of x of minus t minus 2? The next one. Shall
Yes,
I
sir.
proceed?
Okay, sir.
Shall I proceed? Please respond. See, your response is also very, very important. Okay, without cooperation of from you people, it is not possible to deliver each and every point in the classroom. Just at least you say yes or no. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now, so this is the representation of x of minus t plus 2. This can be easily obtained from x of t plus 2. Now see here, now I am going to represent one more signal, that is x of minus 2. Okay, if you want, you can clarify this waveform with the earlier waveform what we have drawn. Now see here, now I am going to represent x of t minus 2. See, I have not applied time reversal property directly. So before going to apply time reversal property, just I have used a time shifting operation. Why? Because you are very much familiar with the time shifting operation. Simply you have to delay the signal x of t with the 2 units. Now see, for that purpose also you need the basic signal information. So basic signal information is this one. X of t is defined from 0 to 2. Okay. See, in each and every case, we are not going to change the amplitude and the waveform shape. Amplitude and waveform shape are common, but the only change is in time. Okay. Now, this basic signal is delayed by 2 units. 2 units. Now, see here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Okay. Now, see here. If this particular signal x of t, is delayed by 2 units, means obviously your signal starts at 2 and ends at 4. Your signal starts at 2, ends at 4. Okay. Now, please all of you mute your mics. Roll number 207, 19 series. 19 series 207. Please mute your mic. 207, mute your mic. Okay. Now see here. Likewise, same as that of the previous case. Now I am going to represent, or I am going to use time reversal property, which is applied on this particular x of t minus 2. Okay. Now what you will get if you are applying time reversal property on this x of, so just now I told you that. Now see here, how do you get this? Just by interchanging t with the minus t. So in this case also replace plus t with the minus t. Why? Because now I am going to apply time reversal property on this particular signal t minus 2. So all the positive values becomes negative and all the negative values becomes positive. Now this, see this, now see this. Now anyone tell me, please tell me, is it correct or not? Is it correct or not? X of t minus 2, which is delayed by 2 units, this is obtained just by considering the basic signal. And if you apply time reversal property on this, you will get x of minus t minus 2. That means this is the exactly time mirror image of the existing signal x of t minus 2. Okay, mirror image. Now see here, this in this case also this is the mirror image. In this case also this is mirror image. But the only change is the times has been reversed. Times have been reversed. Okay. Now I'm sharing my screen. Okay, now see here, time reversal. Okay, so x of t, x of minus x of minus t, and x of minus t plus 2. So this is the example. Okay, now in the earlier case we have seen the continuous time signals. Okay, time reversal property or time reversal operation which is performed on continuous time signals. Now this is the example for discrete time signal. Again, in this case also, exactly, if you understand clearly the time reversal operation on a continuous time signals, then it is also very easy to have the knowledge regarding this particular case. That means discrete time case. So here, now see here, this is the basic signal x of n or x1 of n, okay, which is defined at 0, 1, 2, 3, okay, and the magnitude have been also mentioned 2, 1.5, 1, 1.5, and you are asked to sketch x of minus n. That means positive values becomes negative values. So 0 becomes 0. So at 0, the magnitude is equal to 2. At 1, the magnitude is 1.5. So this will be appeared at minus 1 in the case of x of minus n. So now at 2, the magnitude is equal to 1. This will be appeared at n is equal to minus 2 in the case of x of minus n. So similarly, 1.5 will occur at n is equal to minus 3. So suppose if you are asked to sketch x of minus n plus 2 and x of minus n minus 2, that means this x of minus n signal is advanced by 2 units. Now see here, if you advance this particular signal, obviously it will comes at n is equal to 1. If you advance this same signal with the one more unit, means obviously it will comes at 2. So see here, so minus 1 and minus 2. If you delay the signal by 2 units, means once if you delay this particular signal to 1 unit, means obviously the signal is at minus 1. If you delay one more unit, means obviously the signal is at minus 2. So we are not going to change the magnitudes. So please, all of you should be very careful. I'm not going to change the magnitudes, and shape of the waveform is also exactly same, but the only thing is you need to change the times. Okay, so this is about the time reversal operation. Anyone is having any doubts in this particular operation, time reversal? Anyone is having any doubts? Okay, now I am switching into the next topic, that is amplitude scaling. So just now as we discussed that time shifting operation and time scaling operation, in both those two cases and earlier two operations, the only change is in time period. There is no alteration or there is no change in the shape of the waveform and the magnitude of the waveform, but this is completely different. Amplitude scaling, that means we are going to scale the amplitude, so this particular example will gives you the clear picture. Now see here, this is a basic signal x of t, and I am asked to sketch 3 into x of t, that is y of t is equal to 3 into x of t. So on y axis I am considering y of t, and on x axis I am considering time. So if you multiply 3 into x of t, you are going to get y of t. So how do you multiply x of t with 3? So this is the nothing but a gain. You are going to multiply the amplitude with 3. So 3 into 1 means obviously you will get 3. 3 into minus 1, you will get minus 3. So only the amplitude remains changed. So by keeping the time is fixed, shape of the waveform does not alter, or shape of the waveform is constant, and the times are also constant, but the only thing is the amplitude becomes increased. So that will be 3 multiplied by x of t. So whenever you are multiplying gain with the function x of t, means obviously you need to consider the magnitudes. So 3 multiplied by 1 means 3. 3 into minus 1 becomes minus 3. Okay, now this is the continuous time case. Similarly, you can also apply the amplitude scaling for this discrete signal also. So the y of n, so here see here y of n is equal to a into x of n, So in this particular case, I am considering a is equal to 2. So this is the basic signal x of n, and consider the gain is equal to 2. Now obtain y of n. So y of n is equal to 2 into x of n. 2 into x of n. Now see here, how we are able to get this particular y of n signal. Now just you multiply the magnitude with 2. So n is equal to 0, original signal is having magnitude 1, and y of n 2 multiplied by the magnitude you will get 2. And at n is equal to 1, the magnitude is 2. Obviously you will get the double the magnitude 4 at n is equal to 1. Similarly, at n is equal to 2, you are going to get the double magnitude. So similarly, this y of n can be obtained from x of n only. So there is no change in the waveform shape and there is no change in the times. So see here at 1, 2, 3, and similarly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is also given. So no change in the time and only waveform shape, but only change is in amplitude. So this is about the amplitude scaling. Okay. Next, we are going to see one more operation, that is signal addition and signal subtraction. Sorry, time scaling operation is also available. Now see here, time scaling operation is also very important. So here we are keeping the amplitude and waveform shape are fixed. So there is no change in amplitude and waveform shape, but the only change is in the time periods. So time scaling, time has been scaled. Okay, time has been scaled means sometimes it is compressed and sometimes it is enlarged. Okay, now see here. So here the basic signal x of t is this one, so which is defined from -1 to +3. Please do remember the shape of the waveform also. Now you are asked to draw x of 2t, x of 2t. Now what is the starting point here? -1. What is the ending point here? +3. Now see here, to obtain or to have x of 2t, you must equate, to have the starting point ending point, you must equate 2t with the actual value of initial value and final value of x of t. So here see here, 2t is equal to, what is the starting point of x of t? What is the starting point of x of t? -1. So which is equal to next 0. Next one is, we don't bother about the magnitude. Magnitude is fixed. We have to consider only the times. Now just I am equating all the time values of original signal x of t to have the new times. So 2t is equal to -1, 2t is equal to 0, 2t is equal to 1, 2t is equal to 2, 2t is equal to 3, and you are asked to sketch x of 2t. Now see here, so what is the time value, starting value? T is equal to -1 by 2, that is -0.5. Now see here, -0.5. Similarly, next one, t is equal to 0. Now this is 0.5, 0.5. Here he has not marked that 0.5, but this is 0.5. So here 0.5, 0.5. Now this is 1, 2 by 2, 1. Now this is 3 by 2, 1.5. 3 by 2, 1.5. Now see here. Now what is the difference between the original signal and x of 2t signal? It is compressed version. Compressed, the waveform is compressed. This is compressed. Now similarly, look at this. This is enlarged version. Now I am going to explain how this enlarged version is also comes from the original signal. Now you just remember this one. X of 2t is a compressed version of x of t, and x of t by 2 is enlarged version. So similarly, to have the starting point and ending point for x of t by 2 signal, first of all, you must equate the time t by 2 with this one, -1, So 0. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Now see here, if you equate t by 2 is equal to -1, what you will get? T is equal to -2. Now see this one. Now if you equate t by 2 is equal to 0, what you will get? T is equal to 0. That means from -1 to 0, that signal is having magnitude 1. So in this particular case, from -2 to 0, the signal is having the magnitude 1. And from 1, so see here, this is the basic signal. So from 0 to 1, you are having positive slope ramp function, and from 1 to 2 you are having negative ramp function, and from 2 to 3 again the signal magnitude is 1. At a 3 the slope is equal to 0. So similarly in this case also, if you equate t by 2 is equal to 1, what you will get? So you will get the positive ramp up to t is equal to 2. And if you equate t by 2 is equal to 2, t is equal to 4. T is equal to 4. That means you are going to have the negative ramp function from 2 to 4. And from 4 to 6, if you equate t by 2 is equal to 3, you will get 6. So from 4 to 6, you are going to get again the magnitude is equal to 1. So in this way, this particular x of t signal is enlarged. So do you understand? The compressed version and enlarged version of x of t in the case of time scaling operation. In both these cases, only the times have been changed. Only the times have been changed. The waveform shape and the magnitude of the signals remains unaltered. Okay. Now the next one is signal addition and signal subtraction. Okay, subtraction. We will see those two cases also. Today we are going to discuss about only the operations which are performed on the signals. Okay? Later we will conclude this particular session. We are having 2 more operations. Now let us quickly complete those 2 operations also. Students, are you there? Students,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
do you understand what I am saying? Do you
Yes,
understand
sir.
the concept so far we have covered?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us quickly. So this is the discrete time case. This is also just exactly similar to that of the earlier version, that is continuous time case. If you understand clearly the continuous time case, then it is also easy to get this particular discrete time case also. Now see here, signal addition and signal subtraction. Signal subtraction. Now here you have been given x1 of t and x2 of t. You have been given x1 of t and x2 of t. So see here clearly. So x1 of t is equal to x1 of t is equal to 1 from 0 to, okay, somebody has raised some doubt. Sir, in syllabus amplitude shifting is not covered in operation. See, each and every point, it is not necessary to mention each and every point in the syllabus. Each and every point in the syllabus. Okay. So when we solving the problems based on this particular type of operations, you must have the information regarding the amplitude scaling. Syllabus lo prati point mention cheyalsina avasaram ledandi. ఓకే, ఒక టాపిక్ ఇచ్చాడు అంటే ఆ టాపిక్ కి సంబంధించిన ప్రతిదీ కూడా మనం డిస్కస్ చేసుకోవాలని అర్థం. అలాగే సిలబస్ లో ఇచ్చిన ప్రతిదీ ఒక సింపుల్ హెడ్డింగ్ పెట్టేసి ఆ హెడ్డింగ్ డిస్కస్ చేస్తే సరిపోతుందంటే కుదరదు. ఓకే, వి మస్ట్ డిఫైన్ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ పాయింట్. ఓకే, సపోజ్ sometimes it is not necessary to mention that particular point in the syllabus, but most of the times we are going to use the same point in our concepts. Okay, clear? Is it clear? I think the doubt has been clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so one more doubt. Okay, thank you. There is no doubt. You mentioned that doubt has been clear. Now see here, x1 of t is equal to 1. x1 x1 of t is equal to 1 from 0 to 1. And similarly, x1 of t is equal to 2 from 1 to, see, I am mentioning the ranges. In what range the value is given. So which is equal to 2 from 1 to 2. So similarly, one more amplitude is also given, that is 1 again, which is defined from 2 to 3. So this is related to x1 of t. Similarly, x2 of t is also given. You have been given separately x1 of t and x2 of t. So now see here, this is 1. So this is 0.5 and this is 1.5. So this is from 0 to 1 and this is from 1 to 2 and this is from 2 to 3. Now how do you get x1 of t plus x2 of t? Just by combining the magnitudes in the specified intervals of time. Now what is x1 of t in 0 to 1? Now this is also, you can represent it like this, 0 to 1. So 1 to 2. Okay. So from 0 to 1, x1 of t is equal to 1, and from 0 to 1, x2 of t is equal to 1. Okay. So 1 plus 1, you will get 2. So from 0 to 1. So x1 of t plus x2 of t in the range 0 to 1 is equal to 1 plus 1. Now similarly, from 1 to 2, this signal is having magnitude 2 and this signal is 0.5. So 2 plus 0.5, you will get 2.5. That is from 1 to 2. 1 to 2. 2.5. Next. So we have completed up to 2. Next, from 2 to 3, this is having magnitude 1 and this is having magnitude 1.5. That means again 1 plus 1.5, you will get 2.5 only. Now likewise, you are going to get x1 of t plus x2 of t. So similarly, x1 of t minus x2 of t also. So 1 minus 1, 0. 2 minus 0.5, 1.5. 1 minus 1.5, that is minus 0.5. So this is how you are going to get the signal addition and signal subtraction. Okay. Now the last operation is, so this is also the discrete time signal, same signal addition and signal subtraction. You have been given x1 of n and x2 of n, and you are going to get the signal addition by combining x1 of n and x2 of n, and you are going to get the signal subtraction by considering subtraction between x1 of n and x2 of n. So as I already told you that, please do remember the representation of a discrete time signal. This is what type of representation? Tell me, anyone, please respond. What type of representation it is?
Discrete time signal.
What type of representation? Only you are having 4 representations available for representing discrete time signals. The first one is graphical representation, second one is tabular representation, third one is functional representation, fourth one is sequential representation. So these two are sequential representations. Whenever using curly braces means obviously that type of representation is sequential representation. Okay. I'm sorry, I have not included this signal multiplication here, but now I'm going to discuss the same concept through whiteboard. Okay, please cooperate. I'm sharing my whiteboard here. So the last operation which is to be performed on signals is multiplication, signal multiplication. please have some patience. Within 5 minutes, I shall complete this session. Now see here. Signal, the last operation is signal 213. Please mute your mic. Roll number 213, 19 series. Signal multiplication. Now let us consider the same example what we have discussed for signal addition. Signal addition. Now in this particular case, again you have been given x1 of t like this. So x1 of t, this is 1 and this is 2. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now so this is x1 of t and this is x2 of t. For your reference, again I am considering the same signal that we have taken for signal addition and signal subtraction. Now see here. One, 2, 3. Now please see here. Now you are going to multiply these two signals x1 of t and x2 of t. So y of t can be obtained. Y of t is equal to x1 of t multiplied by x2 of t. See, multiplication means what you are going to multiply? We are going to multiply the amplitudes only. Okay. This particular y of t signal is also having the ranges from 0 to 1 and 1 to 2 and from 2 to 3. What is y of t in these ranges? Now see here. So first signal x1 of t is equal to 1 from 0 to 1. So in this particular case, x2 of t is equal to 2 from 0 to 1. So 1 multiplied by 2, you will get 2. So in this particular range, 0 to 1, you are going to get the amplitude is equal to 2 just by multiplying x1 of t and x2 of t. So similarly from 1 to 2, this signal is having magnitude 2. From 1 to 2, this signal is having magnitude 1. Roll number 213, 19 series. Please mute your mic.
Yes, sir.
Mute your mic. So in this range also, again you are going to get the same magnitude. So from 2 to 3, the magnitude of this x1 of t is equal to 1 and the magnitude of x2 of t is equal to 2. So 1 multiplied by 2, again you are going to get the same magnitude. Now see here. Now here I am representing y of t, which is the signal obtained by multiplying x1 of t with the x2 of t. Okay. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Now this is 1, this is 2. Now from 0 to 1, what is the magnitude of this y of t? 2. So from 0 to 1, the magnitude is 2. Now from 1 to 2 also, again the same magnitude is going to be repeated up to 3. Now see here. Now see here. So from 0 to 3, y of t is clearly given that y of t is equal to 2 from 0 to 3. 0 to 3. So this is how you are going to get the signal multiplication. So these are the basic operations which we require, okay, while solving the problems. Okay, it is not compulsory or it is not necessary to mention each and every point in the syllabus. If we mention this each and every point in the syllabus, then your syllabus copy will becomes 5 to 6 pages. Sometimes only the side heading or subheadings are given, and in that subheading we need to cover each and every topic that belongs to that particular concept. Okay, understand? Understand?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.